Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind, Season 5, Episodes 3 and 4. Baby, Episodes 3 and 4 were a whole fool. Do y'all hear me? If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when we last left off, we remember that JP and Taylor were about to see each other, but the doors had not yet opened. So the doors opened up and they seemed impressed with each other. I mean, he was kissing her so hard. I was like, oh, he kissing her hard as hell. Honey, I thought she was gonna fall over. I said, please don't knock her over, sir. I know you've been down to the firehouse with all the firemen, but honey, please calm down. He acting like he ain't never seen a woman before. So they sit down, they start talking. Now, I have to say this. He definitely did like what he saw, but I don't think, I think she may find something with him later. I don't think she was completely sold. Okay. And I feel like these two are awkward AF. And just like I just told y'all that, I knew it. She gonna get in her little confessional thing and say, in the real world, I wouldn't go for him because of his teeth and, but I don't care about looks anymore. Okay, girl, just call him ugly in those uncertain terms. Girl, what? I don't care about looks anymore. There's nothing wrong with JP. Girl, goodbye and good night. So she was like, yeah, I don't care about looks anymore. Okay, girl, you just want a ring. He has a solid foundation. I mean, he just need a little facial hair. Now, I know that firemen can't really have facial hair and things like that. But, if he should ever choose a different career, maybe you might like it. But really and truly, I just think you want to call somebody husband, girl. My husband. And you don't like that man. Moving forward. This right here just told me that I don't see it for any of these couples. You know how every season they have one couple that has the it factor. It's something about that couple where you're just like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. This season here, you know what, Texas? Don't piss me off. From the bad people down at the Ready to Love from Dallas to the people over here in the pods from H-Town, y'all are making Texas look crazy as hell. This is just foolishness. In the next scene, Izzy goes for a date with Stacy to gain clarity on what he feels for Johnny. So he's like, I want to go on my date with Stacy first so I can see how I'm feeling about me and Johnny. So when they get in the pods, he asked Stacy if she could see herself with him. And she's telling him, she can't breathe when he's not around and honey, all that jazz. I'm like, girl, you can't breathe when he's around. Seem like you're breathing just fine to me. So she was like, what's your biggest insecurity? So he said, I feel like my biggest insecurity is for people not to reciprocate my love and for people to give up on me. Hers is a fear of abandonment. So they both have a fear of people abandoning them. Well, honey, if that's the case, you should have chose Lydia because she would have never let you go. I want to touch you. I want to feel you. That damn Lydia. Once you get Lydia, baby, she ain't gonna never abandon you. I can tell you that right now. Moving forward. So Uche and Aaliyah, they go for their date. And she's telling him, weird things that she does. She's like, yeah, I like to grab elbow skin. And I'm like, okay, girl. And she also likes to eat Splenda packs and honey. Ma'am, working in the medical field, honey, don't be putting those Splenda packs and honey down your throat. Okay, we're going to have to cut back on that Splenda and honey concoction. Please don't do that. She also says she likes to watch her man take a shower. Now, I didn't find nothing too wrong with that. Because, baby, if he fine, honey, I would like to watch as well. Okay? So she asked him, what weird things does he have about him? He was like, well, I'm pretty OCD and I like to have things in the right place. So does 90% of America. And what else is going on? You know what? He is trying too hard to be perfect. I feel like he too boring for her. It ain't going to work because why are you trying to be so perfect? You're wearing a mask and I don't trust it. Something behind him says that he will belittle you, put you down, verbally abuse you, and then make it seem like it's all your fault. Okay, y'all just mark my words, honey, mark my words. I feel like she is completely missing the red flags. Over on the other side, Lydia and Milton, they go for their pod date. So she got him some rocks, honey, and a stick or something she got him. She got him a rock. He got her a bee. These two are confusing as all get out. I'm like, what in the bear and the bee? What is going on? What is happening, honey? What is happening? So she got her B and he got his rocks. Once Lydia sees Izzy, she is going to piss me off. I just know it. Because Milton is not going to be her cup of tea. I can just see it. Even though they have the geology thing in common, Lydia just wants anybody. But once she sets her sights on Izzy, oh, baby, all bets are off. So she's asking him what's his biggest insecurity. I guess that's the theme of the episode. So he tells her this story about, his back hurting when he was playing basketball and he had to have this surgery because his spine was really messed up. And they told him that he was having organ failure. He said his insecurity would be like, what if I have a situation where I'm paralyzed and I'm not going to be able to walk? Like, who's going to love me? And he's like, I just don't know. She's like, can you let me talk? Yes, he can let you talk when he's done. Wasn't he speaking? He was still talking when you interrupted him. I was like, oh, honey, it ain't no way. She's like, I'll be there for you. I don't buy it at all. It sounds good. I hear you. But I do not buy for 1 second that you will stick by this man when he is falling the hell apart. I just don't buy it. So he told her that he knows he's not going to live long because people as tall as him statistically live shorter lives. And when he said that, I knew he was going to say it before he said it because my grandfather told me a long time ago. He told me that as a child. But Milton, you have to speak life, honey. You're going to live as long as you want to live, as long as you're breathing, as long as you speak life into yourself. Honey, I know what the statistics say, but y'all know how I am, honey. Don't speak no negativity over me. You're going to be fine, Milton. You're going to be fine. So Lydia's like, don't say that. You're going to live long. I want you so bad right now. I just want you so bad. Ma'am, shut up. Shut it the hell up. Lydia, if you tell one more man through this wall that you want him so bad, I am going to go off on you. Okay? Please stop doing that. You cannot want and yearn and ache and feel for every man that you sit down with in this pod. You say that to everybody. You want any and every old body. Anybody that'll have you, you'll take them. So now Izzy is meeting with Johnny. So Izzy tells her that the difference between them, which is Johnny and Stacy, is that with her, it was an instant connection and it went real deep fast. And he loves that they share trauma and their insecurities. Not you wanting her to bond with you over the trauma of it all. Not a trauma bond, but bond with you over your traumas. Because a trauma bond, which people get wrong all the time, is a person that's been abused clinging to their abuser. Okay, that's a trauma bond. Bonding because the two of you have insecurities and trauma is just crazy. Okay, that does not a relationship make. Oh, you didn't have a good childhood? Me either. You were on the corner too? Me too. Like, absolutely not. He said, but then Stacy comes in and it was kind of weird because it wasn't an emotional thing right away, but she knows him so well and it's easy and it's fun. What does she know about you? Because if I'm not mistaken, you shared more intimate details with Johnny than you did with Stacy. And why does she need to know all of this? Just say you want Stacy. If there's no need, there's no reason for you to sit in front of her, through the pod and tell her these are the differences and this is what you guys have in common. Just say you want Stacy and call it a day. So she tells him that she had the same thing with Chris. She was like, yeah, it was great. We were having fun, but I just wasn't falling in love. And I felt like he would have been the comfortable choice. So she's basically trying to sell herself to him, but I haven't heard him give her much of anything. Girl, is this really what you want? This is my thing. I feel like Izzy is trying to downplay his looks so that the girls swoon when they see him. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to be an ogre. He's hot. He's bald, but he's hot. He playing mind games, playing Jedi mind tricks, and you ain't fooling me. It's all game. Okay, it's a whole reverse psychology transference of energy. It's all the games wrapped into one. Baby, you could never pull that stunt on me because I see right through you. I see what time it is. She was like, well, if we don't leave here together, then I'm going to always think about you. And I'm going to always think about the what ifs. And I feel like you're going to be the same way. You're always going to think about the what ifs. So after all that, he tells her that he's ending things with her. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? Because Johnny is something else. Johnny is one of those women who seems sweet, like, oh, Johnny. But she gives, she gives, baby, she gets scary movie vibes as well. Okay? But it's real subtle. Okay? It's very subtle. She does it on the slick. But it's a little crazy behind her eyes, baby, and she ain't fooling me. So she was saying how she felt really dumb. Now, me personally, I knew he was going to choose Stacy, but he wanted Johnny to tell him to make him feel better that she wanted him. So now she's back at the women's quarters and wondering if she should talk to Chris and shouldn't. And if I were Chris, I definitely would not talk about anything after you dismissed me, so you can go on over there with old bald head Izzy. Now he got you in a tizzy and you're feeling pissed, you know? I'm just playing, y'all. But he do got you with a tizzy, honey, and you look crazy. Now you finna go back over there with Chris. Absolutely not. Over on the other side, Izzy and Stacy, they meeting at the pod, and he tells her that he ended things with Johnny. So, I mean, he said with her, it just feels right, and that's where he belongs. Anyway, so then he asked her, he's like, where are you with saying I love you? She said, well, I mean, it's on my mind, but, you know, I feel like I'll be able to tell you when the time is right. She said, you know, for her, my body isn't conditioned to do the emotional stuff. Well, honey, this is what you wanted. And it seemed like he want the emotional stuff and everything in between. So I don't know what you're going to do. Chris is actually considering going to talk to Johnny. Chris, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Don't you go over there and talk to Johnny. Okay? Don't go over there and talk to her. He was like, you know, I'm still like excited to talk to her. I know it's weird, but I'm just still excited. Chris, you're a very nice guy, and you do not deserve to be second fiddle. Okay? So, baby, they go in to talk because Johnny ain't taking my advice. They go in there, they start talking. She's telling him that she got in her head, but she still wants to pursue something with him. She's like, I feel like I always go for the emotionally unavailable man. But with you, I know I could have a future and a life. Girl, you just sat up here and said that you were going to think about Izzy for the rest of your life. What is wrong with you? She was like, you know, I laughed with you the most and I felt the safest with you. Now, you know good and damn well that you still feel absolutely no spark with Chris, and you are doing the exact same thing to him that you did to that ex, okay? The same thing that you did to that ex-husband. You are making him the rebound because you really have feelings for another man, and you're just hoping and praying that things between him and Stacy don't work out, and you ain't fooling me. So you're going to use Chris as a placeholder and drag him through the mud and have him get his feelings all wrapped up, only for you to let him down. Leave Christopher alone. Moving forward. Chris, you want to be with her, but you deserve better. She does not need anything from you, not even a conversation. And she does not all of a sudden have this newfound revelation that she wants to be with you. And also, if he chose her, she would have never talked to or about you ever again. Let's just be very clear. So he goes back into the gentleman's quarters, and Izzy is telling him, you know, what exactly Johnny had to say. So he was like, yeah, she was saying to me that you were the safe choice, but she wasn't in love with you, so she just couldn't say yes. So he's like, oh, interesting, because she told me the exact opposite. Well, she lied. She told you the exact opposite, but she lied. Baby, these two comparing notes is a whole fool. Do y'all hear me? Johnny come lately? You just want to be with any old body. You just want to leave. What is wrong with y'all? I know it's hard out here for a pimp. Houston is the 4th largest city. I understand, honey. But baby, it's men on every corner. You can go in the post office, get a man. Go in the Home Depot, get a man. Go to the corner store, get a man. Go to the Walmart, get a man. Stop at the red light, get a man. Honey, I might need to make that into a song. You can get a man. It's okay. Find one of the men down there at 1201 Congress. Now, if you're from Houston, you know exactly what I'm talking about, baby. That's the courthouse downtown. You are a lawyer. Stand outside on the steps of the courthouse and find you a man. Dragging Chris through the mud. Miss Johnny come lately? Over on the other side, Aaliyah is in the women's quarters saying how in love she is. Slow down, daughter. Okay? Danger ahead. Danger. Will Robinson, danger. So mind you, she's cozying up to Lydia. Talking about, I'm so in love. I just love him. So she's telling Lydia, you know, Uchi said he can't see his life without me. And I'm just so scared. Here go Lydia. Damn. He said that? Oh, damn. Everything will be all right. Oh, damn. Whole time in her mind, she plotting. Y'all just get into this. Uche and Aaliyah go for their date in the pods, right? he gives her this journal with this poem that he wrote for her, a book of lies. Okay. He done gave her a journal of junk. So she gets the thing and she's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I wrote that for you. She said, I just know that I can trust you. So then he gets quiet. He said, well, speaking of trust, I haven't been completely honest with you. One of my dates, on the first day, it was a girl that I dated in the past, and it's Lydia. I know you fucking lying. Baby, that's some old dangerous, conniving. Let me tell you something. Lydia is an old dangerous, conniving skank. You sat there while this girl cried on your shoulder, leaned her head on your shoulder to let out her fake tears, because she wasn't crying, honey, but she was hollering, but she wasn't doing no crying. And you just sat there knowing that you had already had a relationship with Uche. Child, and that was the end of episode 3. Let's move on into episode 4, child. It's getting good. Moving forward. So when the episode first opens up, he's telling her how Lydia recognized his voice, because Lydia is a stalker. Talking about she recognized his breathing. Girl, what? So now you are making this. Now this the thing that got me. You sat up here and made this big old fuss about her past. Okay. Yet you've been holding this and beating her down and condemning her for things that she's done 2 years ago. It's the hypocrisy for me. And Lydia. Okay. Because I'm getting ready to get you all the way together. You are the type of woman that makes me not trust anybody. Okay. This is why I don't trust easily. These heifers will smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. You've been letting her cry on your shoulder, knowing good and damn well that you dated and slept with Uche. Girl, oh my goodness. So he in the pods telling Aaliyah, she's a great girl. She's wonderful. I hope that she finds the love that she deserves. All while Aaliyah is breaking down. Aaliyah, stand up. Okay, stand up. There is no way I will move forward with either of them. Lydia could not utter another word to me, and Uche and his horrible ass hairline will be sitting there speaking to themselves. So he's saying that Lydia is trustworthy. How is that? So Aaliyah is like, well, she's been saying these things to me and it's been really weird. So then she tells him how Lydia was her friend and she's amazing and she wants her to be the aunt to her kids. And I'm like, Aaliyah, what are you talking about? Girl, what are you saying right now? Get it together. If this lady was any kind of a friend to you, which you don't know this lady. See, people be handing out friend titles real easy peasy. No, you're not my friend. You're a lady that I met in this pod. I'm here for a man. So you're saying that you want her now to be the aunt to your kid? Girl, anyway. This lady is not a friend to you. If she was, she would have disclosed that information when you were breaking down. But instead, she stood in front of you saying, oh, you're just like me. You're just like me. You're me. I see me in you. You're me. Like, it's creepy. So he was like, that's why, I'm so drawn to you, because you guys are both incredible. Oh, hell no. This is the Twilight Zone. So you are drawn to Aaliyah because she reminds you of the woman that you didn't see a future with? Let me repeat that one more time. He is drawn to Aaliyah because she reminds him of the woman that he did not see a future with. He was like, but for us, it's over. For me and Lydia, it's over. So then he starts to tell her that she has qualities that make her a good wife. And she seemed 100% into him. And he thought he couldn't give 100% back to her. And he hopes that she doesn't hate. Baby, do you want to get back with her? What are you? Aaliyah, the way in which I would have dismissed myself. You will not sit in front of me and tell me how into you she was and how she would make a good wife and how she would make a good mother to children. But you feel like you just couldn't give her 100% back, and you hope that she doesn't hate you, and she blocked you on Instagram because she couldn't bear to look at you and realize that y'all couldn't be together. How did this become more about Lydia's feelings than Aaliyah's? Aaliyah, it's a red flag, honey. Okay, it's a red flag. Uche is an emotionally abusive jerk. I said what I said and I ain't changing it. Moving forward. So then he starts speaking on Milton. Talking about, she wants to marry Milton, but Milton, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to get engaged. He isn't ready. Why are you speaking on Milton? Worry about you. So she was like, did you ever love her? He said, no, but I have love for her. My thing is, why were you calling out the firing squad for Aaliyah, but you were holding and harboring a bigger secret? Why didn't you disclose this when you were talking about that beautiful conscience of yours? Why didn't you disclose that then? Aaliyah talking about, well, we're going to get through it, because I love the both of you. We're really going to get through it. Aaliyah, I know you are just getting to know them, but I couldn't have either of them around me, and y'all will not get through it. Don't be so desperate for a man. Don't be no fool. That's my grandmother would say, baby, don't be no fool. And Lydia, you giving single white female talking about y'all are just alike. In what way? Girl, you better sleep with one eye open. Over on the other side, Izzy puts on his interview attire and he proposes to Stacy. So Stacy comes back to the women's quarters and she's really excited about her proposal. Here go Johnny. She was over there looking like, yay, sprinkles, confetti. Baby, if looks could kill. Now she over there crying, but wanted Chris to believe that it was him this whole time. Baby, this season is a mess. Why are you crying behind Izzy if you're okay with Chris? Johnny, let it go. Johnny gives bitter and catty. One thing I can respect about Stacy is she never down talked anybody. She played her position. She didn't go in there talking about her connections. She did exactly what it is that she needed to do. And now, Johnny, your true colors are showing. They really are. She's like, yeah, his credit is bad. He doesn't have a car. He's bald, even though I haven't seen him. But Chris is who I see myself with, so she can have him. It's giving crazy. Johnny, you need some help. All y'all are questionable if we really want to be real. This makes Houston look awful, but the Lydia, Aaliyah, Uche situation is a great depiction of the Houston dating pool. You will have a man with you on the north side who has a woman on the south and the west side. And baby, don't forget the east side. Like, it's just, child, this right here is a fool. That's all I got to say. This right here is a fool. Moving forward. So Chris and Johnny, they meet up. So she's trying to make him believe that they could run out into the sunset. But Chris was like, you know what? I always choose everyone else, but today I choose myself. And you know what? I love that for him. The way that I clapped and yelled at my screen, as you should, Chris, as you should. You should choose yourself. So, Johnny come lately, get the hell on up and get on back into the pods and wait for your opportunity to disrupt Izzy and Stacy's situation. Moving forward. Back in the women's lounge, Aaliyah is telling Lydia that she knows. So now they crying and holding each other. I'm like, why are y'all, the way that they were embracing and holding each other like the sister wives that Uche wants them to be was sickening. She's like, I was scared because I didn't know what you would say. Girl, please. Aaliyah truly has a heart of gold, honey, because I could never. When I say never, I do mean damn never. When you cross me forever. Baby, shout out to Cardi B. There is absolutely no way that I could sit and speak with Lydia. There's no way. So Aaliyah was asking her how she felt, and she was like, I was really falling for him. Child, you fall for anybody, basically. So she was like, I just don't know the reason why we didn't work. I just don't know. So Lydia's like, but I really want to be your friend. I really do. So Aaliyah said, okay, well, I just don't want to have to look over my shoulder. She's like, no, because I'm going to look at him from now on as your husband only. So then she goes, and you're going to love Kobe. And Aaliyah said, oh, I have a dog named Kobe as well. And she's like, yeah, I brought his dog a dog toy and he always jumps when he sees me. I know everything about him because I know him. So whatever you want to know, I will tell you. So Aaliyah's like, girl, no, please, honey, I don't need too much. Don't tell me too much. I don't want to know. She's like, but I know his friends and I feel like y'all will get along great. He's very OCD. He works a lot. He has a 3-level house. His house is dope. Aaliyah's like, okay, girl. Now I already said not too much. Now Aaliyah's starting to get pissed. She's like, oh, and did he tell you that he drives a Tesla and his favorite color is royal blue and that's the color of the Tesla? And did I mention that his house was 3 levels? Now, y'all, I don't condone violence, but right then I would have dotted Lydia's eye. Baby, you would not sit in front of me and continue to run down some shit. Now, I already told you, don't tell me nothing else. And you continue because you want to hurt me and you're not fooling me. You're continuing because you know that I don't want to hear it. Then she goes on to say, and my favorite whiskey is because of him. Wild Turkey, because of him. So then she tells her, now this is what took the cake. The gumption, the audacity, the unmitigated gall that Lydia brought with her to this pod. Lydia says, oh, and we had sex 3 months ago. Lydia is unhinged. She know dang all well what she's doing by saying all of that to Aaliyah. She is the type to come into your house, get in your bed, put on your underwear while you're at work and wait for your husband to get home. She is not over that man. 3 months ago is insane. It's actually pretty crazy. Okay. And he conveniently left that out. So that just shows you that he's a judgy one, but only when it comes to someone else. He cannot be trusted. She can still smell the scent of his cologne. Girl, do not fall for that man. So she goes back in to meet Uche, Aaliyah that is. Girl, drop him, Lydia, Kobe, and his Tesla. Leave him right where he is. So she starts telling him about how Lydia told her that Uche considered starting from ground zero. Mind you, when they did the flashback, that was Lydia's idea, not his. But he ain't off the hook because he did not disclose the fact that he was just intimate with her 3 months ago. Okay, and knowing Lydia, she left her toothbrush, her pair of her panties, and her socks at your house and one of her eyelashes. So she cannot be trusted. So she was like, in the real world, I would never be friends with your ex. I just wouldn't. He's like, well, what about me? I mean, it's happening to me. Can you imagine how I'm feeling? No, we don't give a damn how you're feeling. What do you mean? Can we imagine how you're feeling? You got your nerves. Sir, don't play with me. I ain't been really upset about a man since season 12, Chris. Okay? He really irked my nerves, but you're about to get up there in the Hall of Fame. Don't do it. The gaslighting that you're doing right now is insane. Aaliyah, this is too much to go through this early on. The way that he condemned you and gave this whole speech about him telling everything, yet conveniently leaving out that he recently slept with Lydia. Girl, you better count your blessings. God always gives us an out. Please take it. Moving forward. After all that, he's talking to her about a wedding ring. This is insanity. He's like, so what kind of ring do you want? Girl, you gonna come home and all your pictures will have your head cut out and Lydia's will be in its place. You gonna come home and not even recognize your own domain. She gonna take your kids out of school, adopt them. Girl, you better get rid of child. I'm telling you, leave these people where they at. Over on the other side, Lydia goes in to tell Milton, Milton, you are a very nice man. You do not need to be getting involved with this woman. Something is seriously wrong with her. Do not get involved with this woman. So she's telling him that there's no threat and there's nothing there, but she had a relationship with Uche. Yeah, there's no threat and there's nothing there because he said no. And he over here hanging out with Aaliyah. So Milton is now confused and befuddled, honey, because he done felt bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray. He got the rocks and he's trying to figure out what do these rocks mean now? Oh, honey. Fade the screen to black. Fade the screen to black. I'm not finna play. Oh, child, he's trying to figure out what do the rocks mean? Are the rocks symbolic of me being a rockhead? Like, what is really going on? She's like, I believe you're perfect for me. Perfectly imperfect. I'm falling for you. I want to touch you. I want to kiss you. I want to squeeze you. Girl, shut up. Child, now she trying to propose to him. Girl, get a grip. You need therapy for those abandonment issues. You should have got over there with Izzy. So she comes back into the women's lounge and now she's crying. And Stacy is the only person there. So Stacy is telling her, girl, you have to give him a minute. He's in shock. What did you think he was going to feel when you went over there and told him that you used to be in a relationship with Uche? Like, you really need to give him a moment to process. That was actually very good advice. And I was so shocked. I said, okay, Stacy, girl, you might not be so bad. Girl, that man is too young for you. And you probably won't like him as soon as you see him. So leave that man alone. Over on the other side, Milton comes back to the pods. Lydia is like, I'll never lie to you. My soul wants you. Your soul might want him, but your vagine wanted Uche just 3 months ago. Tell him about the sex. You sure made it a point to tell Aaliyah. So tell Milton. Milton Bradley, you and your hairpiece need to know that she slept with Uche just 3 months prior to y'all coming into these pods. Milton, the only reason that you're here is because Izzy chose to go the other way with Stacy and Johnny, and Uche is over there with Aaliyah. So you were not even option 2. You're like option 4. Please leave this woman where she at. She's like, just put yourself in my shoes for 5 seconds. Think about what I had to endure. You know what? Actually, you and Uche might need to be together because somehow the two of you keep thinking this secret that you held is now the fault of the other person that's listening and hurting. And you want them to pay attention to you and not attention to how they're feeling. Y'all crazy. So she's like, I want you so bad. Girl, please shut up. You know what? If you tell one more person that you want them so bad, I'm going to scream. Please stop. So then she's like, if you have any doubts, you can just ask Uche. That's not funny. That is not funny. It really is not. And if he does, he probably would find out that you sit outside his house and hang on to his leg and beg him to take you back before he leaves for work every morning. Girl, please. You give stage 5 clinger and fatal attraction wrapped into one. Something about you is just off. So now it's time for Izzy and Stacy to meet. So they come out through the doors and they both seem to be happy when the doors opened. I think they're going to be all right, but I don't know. Over on the other side, Milton and Lydia go to meet for the final time in the pods. So he's asking if the age would affect them. And she's like, age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, okay. So you even quoting the late, great Aaliyah. You want to be Aaliyah so bad. Girl gone. Not age ain't nothing but a number. Do not quote the late, great Aaliyah because you want to be the Aaliyah that's in 2023. Don't do it. Honey, you ain't fooling me. I caught that. Talking about age ain't nothing but a number. But you said he was too young when you first heard his age. Desperate housewife. So she was like, I just think that it's going to be amazing and it's going to be so exciting. He said, well, I can recognize your voice in a crowd. Yeah, because it's annoying. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Hell, I can recognize her voice in a crowd now. If I want you so bad, Misha, I want to be your friend so bad. No, thank you. No damn thank you. Even I could recognize Lydia's voice. Absolutely not. Moving forward. This man actually proposed to her, y'all. He actually proposed to her. I cannot wait to get down to these honeymoon episodes, baby. This is about to be a fool. Do you hear me, baby? This is about to be explosive. So here comes Uche. Okay? Because now he done proposed to Lydia. Uche comes sashaying into the pods with his judgmental weird self. So he gets into the pods ready to propose and it's crickets. He's like, hello? Hello, 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 hello out there. Aaliyah, Aaliyah, Aaliyah. Honey, ain't nothing being said. So then we hear a producer say, Aaliyah decided not to continue with the experiment. And that's how you clear a douchebag, baby. That's how you do it. Baby, that was real G of you, Aaliyah. I ain't think you had it in you, girl. I just knew you were going to fold. I just knew it. My girl said, baby. Go play with Kobe and quit playing in my face. And that was the end of episodes 3 and 4. Baby, episodes 5 through whatever is coming out on Friday. And I'm coming right back, but I'm going to be on time this week. Y'all meet me on Thursday night so that we can discuss the love triangle. And I have some thoughts just basically on these cast of characters. And I just want to talk about it. It's just a get together so we can kiki. Okay, it's not a review, but just a gathering for us to talk about this mess. Because I'm wondering if y'all feeling how I'm feeling. And I'm sure y'all feeling how I'm feeling because y'all my people. Anywho, comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about episodes 3 and 4. If you have not watched them, y'all, go watch them. I need y'all to come right back here on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Meet me for the live. It's going down. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.